Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at GarageBand and Beyond. Welcome back. Happy 2013. This is my first video of the year, and feels good to be back in my seat making videos for you guys, so hope you like this one. So the reason I'm here today is to talk about two essential but inexpensive things for the home recording studio. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, and I hope you appreciate it because this is good information, so pay attention. I don't know. Anyway, contact cleaner, electronic contact cleaner. Essentially what this is just a little tiny spray bottle of, an alcohol-based cleaner for all things electronic. Now in the recording studio, where I use this a lot is with, if you have like a noisy pedal, or recently I had to use it on a bass because the 1/4-inch output was just acting a little funky. It wasn't giving me a really good strong signal. It seemed a little noisy, and I was like, you know what? I'll bet you anything it's just that input. So I sprayed it a couple times with this, took, the regular guitar cable and put it in and pulled it out a few times. Don't comment about that. And anyway, that was the thing that was the problem. It solved the problem, and we could record, noise-free with a good signal. And like I said, guitar pedals, this is great. If you have like a pop when you hit your pedal on or off, that's usually just dirt in the switch and a couple of shots of this, and then you hit the switch a few times to clean it out. That'll do it. This is really, really inexpensive. It's $6. I bought mine at Radio Shack, but you can also find it at, a lot of hardware stores have it. But again, it's an electronic contact cleaner. So that's number one. Second thing you definitely, should have, and if I would assume a lot of you don't even know that this thing exists, so let's talk about it. Hey, this is a cable tester. Mine's by Signalflex. I bought this a long time ago, and in fact I'm actually in the market for a new one, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But what a cable tester does is exactly what it sounds like. It tests your cables. This one's like a really basic one. I bought it a long time ago, but it covered everything I needed. So I have 2 XLR jacks right there, and on the other side I have a couple of 1/4 inches and 2 RCA jacks as well. So let me show you. Let me just plug it in, see what happens here. Regular old microphone cable, and as soon as I plug it in, it should light up. There you go. It's probably kind of hard to see, but if I flip the switch, you should see the light coming on and off. This is the position for a balanced cable, so it's telling me both lights coming on tells me the cable is okay. Now, if, the lights were out, then I would know that the cable is bad. And something I want to add, because I get a lot of emails from people saying, hey, I'm getting no signal, I'm getting no signal. 9 times out of 10, that's probably a cabling issue. Like if you've gone through all the settings on the computer and your interface and everything seems right, it's probably a bad cable somewhere along the line, or a bad dirty contact, which is where this would come in. But being able to diagnose a dead cable like on the fly without having to use multiple microphones or whatever, you can just use the cable tester. It really does save a ton of time. Now, the one that I'm looking at is by Behringer, and it's the CT100. And I definitely, if you're going to go out and buy one of these things now, get that one, because it really tells you, it gives you a lot more information. And if you look at like the images, you'll see it has like a little grid of these red lights on the top. And that grid will actually, and the owner's manual tells you how to read the grid, but it will tell you and identify, like, one of the 3 cables inside of a microphone cable. If it has gone bad, that cable tester will identify, hey, it is pin number 2 or pin number 3. That's the bad cable. So you can, then you can open it up and say, oh, okay, here's the bad one. Or maybe it's broken inside somewhere inside the coil and you're just, shit out of luck. Who knows? But it is very nice to be able to identify, each terminal inside the cable. I've used them in the past, and that's why I want one now. I remember I was working for a recording studio, and they had one of the older ones of those Behringers, and we were building all of the microphone cables. And we were, I remember sitting there for like one day making 64 different microphone cables and using that cable tester to make sure that everything was proper. And it was really, really handy. Every now and then you make one little mistake or a little blob of solder falls somewhere and you don't realize it. And the cable tester would alert you, hey, this is the problem. So cable testers, I can't go on enough, or maybe I already have. Very, very valuable thing to have, and they run around $30. So these are just sort of like maintenance kind of things that you should have in your studio, but I promise you, when you, like, especially contact cleaner and this guy, both of them, when you need it and you're like, hey, I have the thing to fix my problem, you can send me an email and say thank you. No, I'm joking. You can just be like, I'm super glad I have my contact cleaner or my cable tester. So that's it, you guys. Real short video. Just want to ease back into this thing. But I will be back next week, and I'll talk to you again then. Thank you. Bye-bye.